Hey everybody, this is ip1-LODWise, and today we are going to be doing Iron Fist episode 1. I know this is late, but hey, I'm trying to get these done, so when Defenders comes out, we can just roll with it as quickly as we can, and just go, be a little more up-to-date kind of thing. This entire thing, freaking this Danny character, I don't really know too much about Iron Fist, honestly. I really need to start doing research on this one to see kind of a little more into the backstory or whatever else. So really kind of what I'm seeing in the show is actually kind of the first time ever seeing anything with Iron Fist. This Danny character also is always saying he wants to talk throughout this entire episode. That is his main goal. He wants to talk to somebody. But yet, he doesn't really ever talk. Every time he kept saying, hey, I want to talk, he doesn't actually talk. He doesn't say anything. He still kind of acts like a kid almost. Like he has been stuck in some maturation chamber or something, like the Borg or something, and just instantly grown up and then thrown back out into the world. Doesn't really seem like he's grown up a lot around people or something. Maybe some kind of a Jungle Book scenario where he's being grown up by animals or something. I really don't know too yet. I mean, I know, of course, he was in the monastery and whatever else, but it seems like maybe he really wasn't interacted with a lot or something like that. But I don't really honestly see any other way he could have done it. I mean, he could have had to really seriously get their attention very quickly. So, breaking into her house and whatever else, I guess, in his mind, he's not really breaking into it because in his mind, it's still his house. She is just basically kind of the interloper, more or less. So, I mean, I really don't see another way he could have really confronted everybody, but maybe he should have had maybe a plan or something, actually go in and say, hey, give this whole bunch of personal information that they know only could be between them two. That would probably work a lot better than just saying, hey, I want to talk. But seriously, what was really the biggest part of this episode, you freaking find out Harold is alive. That's interesting. What the hell does he have up his sleeve? You would be thinking if somebody that's going to be, I guess, technically faking their death would have some kind of end game or whatever else. I guess you look at it, he kind of has his son there as a puppet, where he's a puppet master and, kind of still controlling the corporation perhaps. But this is kind of interesting. I'm very curious to see kind of where they take this, because this could seriously become a big part of the show, maybe. Also, I was kind of curious, because I don't know, maybe some people can post this in the comments or whatever else, tell me, what was the hawk thing? Because we've seen the hawk there in, just basically there's his face or whatever else, but when Danny's little, I guess, homeless buddy dies in the park there, you see that tattoo on his shoulder. What is that? I mean, I'm very curious if anybody has any idea, could tell me what exactly that meant. I mean, is he a part of some sort of secret group, or is he part of his group, maybe just from his the monastery, or what? I'm very curious. So if you guys could post that down in the comments and tell me what you guys think about that. It was kind of cool though. Hell, this is the very first episode and he's already in a mental institution. I think honestly maybe he could have handled this whole coming back from the dead scenario a little better than what he did, just by throwing himself out like that. He more or less, instead of going to them, maybe he should have gone to some sort of newspaper or something like that and try to build through that and go that direction with it instead of going straight to them. I mean, either way, it's a double-edged sword. You do it one way, it looks bad. You do the other way, you get in a mental institution. So this is going to be kind of an interesting series. I'm very curious. Also, kind of every time you look at Danny, he always does that kind of phasing out and phasing back in. Can everybody see that, or is that just him that can see that or feel that or whatever else? Maybe they're just showing what he's feeling at that time. I'm kind of curious about that too. So guys, well, I guess we're gonna leave it here. Great episode. This is one of the first ones. I really haven't watched ahead, so I really don't know yet, but definitely guys, leave those comments and theories. I definitely read them, and I'll have to catch you guys next time.